I would like to ask a few people that are willing to answer the question, why did you come to this workshop today? Anybody would be volunteer to tell me, why did you come, why did you choose this workshop today to come and listen? Anybody go to volunteer, please?
I'll volunteer.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew? Same name?
I came here because I was just interested in knowing how to approach a professor to ask a letter of recommendation, just what I would ask them to write about specifically so that it would be helpful to my application.
So you were wondering how I can approach him or her. What's the way of approaching them, right? Which, as we will see now, if you don't have any question about it, if you have done what you're supposed to do, because that means when you were accumulating all these materials that you need to bring to your professor, it means that you really know what you will be asking. You know, you need the steps. You need to know what you have to do before you go to that stage and say, will you write a recommendation letter for me? And in fact, I would like to emphasize this today for the half an hour we have. To your advantage would be to find a way, to be smart enough and wise enough to find a way not to reach the point to say, will you write a recommendation letter for me? Because the answer might be, are you sure you want me to write a recommendation letter for you? Because if you hear that, you should change and go to a different professor. But before you do that, you better know why that professor asked you that question. Because if you go to the next professor, you might get the same question. Okay? How about somebody else to tell us why did you come today? What's your name? Jennifer?
I've already graduated, and now I'm kind of hesitant to go back to my professors I haven't seen in a couple of years. I don't know if they remember me, or they still like me. So I don't know how to approach them in that sense. If they're still willing, or if they still remember what I did years ago.
So, Jennifer is wondering if they still remember her. We're going to talk in a few minutes how you can do it in such a way that they remember you. They never forget you. Because again, that's a minus. If they don't remember you, that means you really have not done the best job that you could do for securing a positive recommendation letter. It's like you're pushing it. And that's not going to give you a good recommendation letter. Somebody else. One more.
For medical school, they...
What's your name?
Sonali.
Sonali?
Yeah. For medical school, they ask you for 3 or 4 letters, and I wanted to know, is it better that each letter focuses on the same attributes of your personality or on different things?
I believe that all of the professors that they will be asked to send a recommendation letter, they get from your school that you're applying the same form. They send us the same form.
Yeah, but just each professor, because like a lot of professors will ask you like, oh, what do you want me to like highlight? What characteristics? Like sometimes. So is it better that each professor write about the same thing about your personality, like work?
Again, if they ask you what you want me to highlight, it means there is not a good job done by your part. Because the professor should know already you very well. That question is not appropriate. You know, it's like you're building a resume fictionally, and you say, this is what it is, now tell me what I should emphasize on that. That means there is not a relationship, an intimate relationship between the student and the teacher. The teacher knows the student and talks about you to some other people. Something is missing there, so you can see. I wish more people next time for this conference will offer this kind of thing, not just one person. Because I do believe this is very important, and I believe a lot of people need help about this, how to do it right. And like I said, my observation is at least 30%, if not, if at least 70%, if not more than 70%, students do not do it the right way. So that's an example. And then we're going to talk about the correct way of doing it. Before I go into a little bit more details, I want to read you a request for a recommendation letter. I just got it about 3 days ago. And then I'm going to ask you, I'm going to read you a letter that I got today. A request, actually I didn't erase the name, I should have done that. But of course I don't have to say it. I just got today. Friday actually, 2 October. So here's 2 requests that I got within this same week. The first one, I would call it the wrong way, number 1. And then I have the other one, which I would call it a better way, but not exactly correct. It's much better than the first way. The first way is this. Dear Professor Toupadakis, my name is blah blah. I took your class, General Chemistry 2, whatever, during fall quarter of 2007, which I really enjoyed. I have recently decided to take the plunge and apply to nursing school. The program I'm looking at complements both my undergraduate work and things I have learned and done since then. Your recommendation is vital to my admission, and I was hoping you would be willing to do the favor by writing a letter of recommendation to the programs I'm interested in. The deadline is 2 months away. That's pretty good in advance. That's something positive. Let me know what you think, and I'll send you all the details. I will tell you this. I read the name, I don't recall the name. I reported I have 800 to 1,000 students. Even if this person was coming to my office hours, I do not remember his name. I don't remember this person at all. If they would send a picture, perhaps I would recall something. But again, that's not important, really. The important thing is, if I cannot recall his name, there is not any intimate relationship between the student and the teacher. I do not know anything about this person. The only thing I can do is pull my files, which I have, and see the grade of the student. And then everything will be fictional. She's going to send me papers, right? I will send her a list and say, send me these papers. I can guarantee to you, professors don't like this. It's very fictional, by the way. You know, I see the papers, I read everything you say about you, how important you are and what good things you have done, and then I look at your grade and start writing a recommendation letter. I don't really like to do that. I don't think my colleagues like to do that either. That's not the correct way of writing a recommendation letter. And I'll tell you why. Because the list that we get from the different universities goes like this. I'm going to put it on the website if they offer it to me and to the other presenters. I will be nice if they do that. I'll put all this material there. Because you should know what they ask, for what perhaps you do not know yet. But it comes like this: recommendation evaluation form, Western University of Health Sciences, Doctor of Pharmacy program, and so on and so forth. Same thing, medical school, they ask the same things. For completion by the evaluator, in what capacity have you been associated with the student? Instructing, lecture, laboratory, seminar, academic advisory, socially, not acquainted, other please indicate. How well do you know the applicant? Very well, fairly well, slightly. I write an extremely good positive recommendation letter for the student, and I say, I don't know this person, slightly. If I'm honest, and I should be honest, write a recommendation letter, how much do you think this letter will come to the committee of admissions? When I say all good things about you, but I say I know this person slightly. Come on. Please complete the applicant with, compare the applicant with other groups of individuals you have known or worked with, students, employees, and place the next in the appropriate box. Motivation for pharmacy or for medical school, whatever. How do I know your motivation? You never talk to me. During office hours, out of class, how do I know your motivation? Maturity, personal development, ability to cope with life and situations. How can I know anything about these things? I know nothing. Do you know what I'm going to put? It says excellent 100%, good upper 25%, average 50, 25, 10, no basis to judge. You know what's going to happen to this student if I write a recommendation letter to follow this form? It will be all no basis to judge. She wasted her time to ask me. And I believe, and I hope that my colleagues do the right job and they do the same thing. Because you need to do it right. If we want to do a better world, and you go to a position that